I'm not with Antifa.
Hello. Okay, we're on the Boston Common, and I have run into a Catholic poet by the name of Theo Ray. Theo Ray, tell me, how long have you been doing poetry?
Oh my goodness, since the age of 23.
And what type of poetry do you do as a Catholic poet?
I mean, as you know, I try to. I mean, my influences are I consider myself a folk poet, Catholic. You know, I'm a Catholic poet, folk poet. You know, I try to embrace the traditions of our society, the forgotten traditions, and how beautiful they are, and I try to express that in my poetry.
And you've been writing poetry for a while?
Forever, since I mean, even before that, but seriously, I've been doing it seriously since the age of 23. I mean, from 42 now. I'm also a musician. I play music.
What do you play?
I play guitar, acoustic guitar. I play folk music.
Now, do you do that professionally, and do you do the poetry professionally as well?
Both, yes. I mean, I'm a poet first, musician. I'm a poet first, and guitar player, and songwriter, singer second. But I'm a poet first.
Now, I noticed you were carrying your rosary, and of course you bought a copy of my book, Hail Mary, the Perfect Protestant Catholic Prayer, so I'm going to like you to begin with. But what brought you down here as a Catholic and as a man carrying a rosary? What brought you to the Boston Common today?
Well, because I was wondering, I mean, are there any, I heard there were going to be patriots here, true patriots, traditionalists here, and I haven't found too many of them. I mean, maybe they're camouflage or something like that, but it seems like one giant echo chamber here. It's not very liberal, in my opinion.
Have you seen any Nazis?
I haven't really seen it. I saw one, and he's in a wheelchair. I'm not laughing because he's in a wheelchair. I'm just laughing at the idea that.
So he might have been an original.
It's the only Nazi I saw was actually in a wheelchair. And I don't even think he was a real Nazi. I think he's probably just being a parody of some sort. You know, call it a poor taste of bad humor, whatever you want to call it. I don't know. I mean, whatever you want to call it. But maybe he wasn't a real thing. Maybe he wasn't the real thing. But you know, I mean, I haven't seen any Nazis.
Now, what has been your impression of the crowd in general and the event in particular?
They're all just going in the same direction, like. You know, they don't have anything original to say. You know, it's one thing to have an idea, it's one thing to be left, but none of them can have a. I don't want to say none of them, but
well, I did interview a fellow with a sign saying,
say,
you know, make your free speech and then go type of thing.
I don't want to say all of them, but so many of them, they can't debate, they can't articulate what they want to say. They don't have any ideas of their own. And the words of Jordan Peterson, they're ideologues. You know, they're all slogans. It's nothing but slogans.
A lot of chants. They're very good at chanting.
Yeah.
Now, if people want to find your poetry online or buy your poetry or hear your music, where can they find it?
Well, my music is as a musician, you type in TJ Ray SoundCloud, TJ Ray SoundCloud, and you know, TJ Ray / Theo Ray SoundCloud. TJ Ray is my initials. As a musician, I go by TJ Ray, but as a poet, I go by Theo Ray.
And where can people find your poetry?
You just go to Google, just type in Theo Ray Poet, and boom, all my stuff will pop up. And my books are on lulu.com. My poetry books are on lulu.com. If you want to get the physical copies, I have tons of free poetry to read on my Facebook. Not just on my Facebook, but poetry sites like All Poetry and poetry.com and Poem Hunter and so many different sites. Oh, and Google Plus, my poetry is published on there. There's a lot.
All right, so if we look for your name, we're going to find you.
You're going to find it. If you type in Theo Ray Poet in the search engine of Google, my stuff will come up.
All right, Theo Ray, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much, sir, and I look forward to reading your book.